for and what you just keep on going past,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I do have one more. I added this topic because young Sykes he had brought this to my attention the other day, and I thought it'd be important to advocate for.
Piracy A-OK. See, I don't know what these topics are. So these are surprises to me.
Yeah,
These are
because I
like
just
huge
remembered.
surprises.
Yeah, because I remember we talked about it before. I was like, I think Herbert would appreciate this if he didn't know about
Yeah. I like it. I
it.
like it.
All right, well, this is a article from oh, I need to. There you go. It's an article from PC Gamer about this video game. If money is an issue, pirate it and buy a copy later. The devs of our favorite surprise horror hit want you to play it spoiler free by any means necessary.
What the
So,
hell?
I'm so sure they're gonna be bankrupt after this.
yes, there's nothing they
God,
can do.
God. I
Slay the
mean,
princess.
man, you might as well just let me come in. Give me your bank account number too. God.
What?
So, Slay the Prince. Well, matter of fact, hey, Chris, you want to take this one? Because this was your article when you sent
Now,
it to me.
now I'm gonna let you do it, man.
All right. So, Slay the Princess is one of our favorite unexpected hits this year. It's a choose your own adventure style narrative game about a dutiful mission to, you guessed it, slay a princess. I'm too much of a blah, 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 blah. Okay. So, choose your own adventure type game. But according to the developers, it appears that they're okay with you pirating the game if money is an issue. And this kind of goes hand in hand with, why I've, you know, at one point in my life, I was a retard too. But my good friend Cross showed me the light when it came to like things like piracy. Because one of the things, and this kind of leads into the whole thing with the Tekken demo being cracked and everyone pretending to, think that it's like going to be a big deal. But the thing with piracy is like the actual numbers of people pirating is not significant enough to hinder the success of a major release. Maybe maybe on a smaller scale, but I honestly don't believe that anymore either. And so, and this isn't the first time this has happened. I think one of the earlier games, I believe it was The Witcher, if I'm not
Witcher
mistaken.
3.
Which
Yep.
three?
Yeah, Witcher 3 where the devs CD Project Red, they were like, "Hey, there's no DRM. Hey, if you want to pirate it, pirate it. Just, if you enjoy it, come back and get it later." Because the thing that most people don't consider when they hear the word piracy, when they first hear it, they're just like, "Thief, stop criminal scum." All that type of
Hmm.
shit. But they don't ever consider that there are some places in the world where you just can't buy the shit. There's no way to get it. It's impossible. Or it is so ridiculously overpriced. You have to take down a car down payment to fucking buy a game, and you're not gonna do that. Just like
Well,
how some of those consoles are like like overblown prices. So the conversation of piracy is hardly ever taken seriously you know, in the masses because a lot of these companies will prefer you to remain ignorant on what exactly it entails and exactly how effective it is in the AAA market. Because one of the biggest things I say, if piracy is so fucking bad, how the hell do we have how the hell is gaming a multi-billion-dollar industry?
Yeah,
Because these
gaming
people
would have
like,
died a long time ago. Piracy was far more rampant back in the day than it is today.
boy, yes, it was. I was
yeah.
one of the motherfuckers.
And so,
Uh,
and I'm just thinking to myself, like, how do you believe that? How does that? Okay, I say, how do you believe it's one of those things where it's like these two things can't possibly be true simultaneously. Piracy is like the biggest threat to gaming, and we have to impose DRM and blah 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 blah. Gaming has peaked over music, over movies. It's the most profitable multi-billion-dollar industry ever. And I'm like, hold on, man. Like, but they said piracy is so bad, we'll bankrupt these people to the point that they'll be living in their doghouse. They can't afford it because
hey, Josh, I'm sorry, son. We can't afford dinner tonight. Somebody pirated my game from way back in 1995.
somebody pirated by a EA, what was it, NBA 2K for the
Oh,
Dreamcast. There's no
no.
food tonight.
God dang it. You said 2K. No.
So let me get this straight. This company is saying pirate my game or download my game for free if you don't have the money.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is that what they're
If,
saying?
Yeah.
if money is an issue, pirate it and buy a copy later.
That is a terrible idea.
Why?
I'm
Why is it?
Shit, it worked
Why
for
is it
CD
I'm,
Projekt
terrible?
Red.
I'm just looking at it from like if I had a gaming company,
Hmm.
and I made a game, I put all my time, my hard work into this game,
Hmm.
and somebody just said, "Oh well, you know what? You put all that hard work into that game. Nope, I'm about to pirate. I'm finna get it from the pirate store over here.
Hmm.
If you want money for this game, fuck you. Don't no, no, I don't want to pay shit." And it's
Okay.
like,
Okay.
like from a developer standpoint, like I don't know, I don't like it. Like because like I
Okay.
said, I'm putting myself into a developer's shoes. Like if I were to start up a company and make this
Mm.
game, like yeah, I would lose out on some money, of course, 100%.
You didn't lose out on any money
Yep.
How so?
because the person that was going to steal your game is going to steal your game.
Yep. Regardless.
No matter what, like
And
They're going
then,
to steal
that
your
doesn't
game.
and then
change.
I hate to say thing. Me personally, because I used to do a lot of stuff, especially back in the PS2 with the certain swap magic disc back in the day.
Yeah, I know, Chris. That's why I said what I said because I knew you knew what the fuck I was talking about.
Yep. And then the bad about it, most of those games that I did do that too, I bought them because it was like it was like basically like me getting a demo. I was like, you know what? I like this game so fucking much. I'm gonna add this to the collection, put it on my shelf because this game's
See,
fucking
see,
tight.
and
Well,
here's the problem with that line of thinking, Hurt, because it assumes that the only people pirating are the only type of people that pirate are the people who are like, yeah, I don't buy anything ever anyway, so I'm just gonna steal this. Whereas, like I just said, piracy isn't it's not just a one way path. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, for example, like, and right here in the title, it's like, hey, if money is an issue, you can pirate it, buy it later. Now,
no,
like Tevin said, no, hold on. Like Tevin said, like the people who are gonna steal your game were gonna steal it regardless. There's nothing you can do to stop them. They were going to do it. Just like the people who are gonna buy your game were gonna buy it regardless. Nothing changes.
and see, like, okay, so like you said, whoever was going to steal it or had the idea to steal it is going
Mhm.
to steal it regardless.
Right.
But me as a developer, I'm not going to put it out there like, hey guys, pirate my game. If you don't have no money, like fuck that. You need to work some extra hours or something to get my
Well,
game. You better do
see,
it, goddamn it.
the
Yeah, hold
last
on.
Don't
Wait a minute.
don't
Wait, wait,
don't
wait, wait,
don't
wait, wait,
don't
wait.
steal
Oh,
my
sorry. Go
game.
ahead.
I'm not with that.
Yeah, look, no one wants their game to be stolen. Like people want their hard work and effort to be rewarded. That's why they say buy it when you can. What this message is saying is that the people who are going to steal my game are going to steal my game. I'm not talking to them. I'm talking to the people who want to buy my game, but for some reason cannot buy it at this point. Go ahead and play the game when you can. Buy it. They have faith in their audience. The statement that you have is the statement that the mainstream has. They don't have faith in their audience.
Mm,
They don't have faith that the people will actually want to buy their game.
well,
They have to
my
be
thing,
forced into buying their game.
I still don't like the idea that they're putting it out there for somebody to pirate their stuff. I wouldn't even
well,
put that out there. I wouldn't even put that in the air
Do
well,
you think
because
that hold on, wait. I want to say that. Do you think that hurts them?
yeah, because somebody can pirate the game and decide, well,
Mhm.
fuck that. I don't want to buy your game. I already have it.
Yeah, but they were
It's
going to do
like
that anyways.
that faith that you're talking about ain't always there. You
Yeah, I
know,
know. That's
it,
why it's
it
called faith.
it's wishy washy.
Yeah, I
But
know. That's why it's
I
called
I
faith.
wouldn't
It's
even.
not concrete. It's faith.
Yeah, exactly. But if it's not concrete, I wouldn't even put it in the air. You know, just to say, hey, well, pirate it and buy my game later. I wouldn't even put that in the air because that could be detrimental. To my profit as a developer too.
Okay. Well, I have an example. There's You know CD Projekt Red. I'm pretty sure I've said this to you, but I'll just say it anyways. Prior to Witcher 3, CD Projekt Red was not, I repeat, was not a billion-dollar company. Was not.
Yep.
All right. They were an
Mm.
independent developer that bought the license for The Witcher from the author for about $9,000. No one played Witcher 1 except for nerds like me. Some people played Witcher 2 because it was on the Xbox 360. But even then, it was like, I would say, like the beginning of nerds, like when you're beginning into nerd shit, like Angry Joe. Like he covered Witcher 2. And when he covered Witcher 2 way back in the day, most people still didn't give a shit. That was one of those games where he was covering like no one's talking about this game, right? All
Mm.
right. When Witcher 3 was being developed, they were still at this point of no one gave a fuck about them really, you know?
Mm.
And they made the exact same, more than this, actually, bigger than this. They not only said you can pirate the game, they said we don't care if you buy it. They were like, you can pirate the game. We don't care if you purchase it. Make sure you download all the patches, though. That's what they said. And they outright said the Xbox, well, this is separate, but they were like, if you're going to buy it, they said at least don't buy it on Xbox One. They said it's terrible. Like the Xbox One sucks. Like don't do that. Like
Yeah.
so
And that
this is
was
the statement.
yeah.
All of these are apparently things that would hurt them, right? But the actual result of what happened is that they became a billion-dollar company
Off of one game.
off
Yep.
of
Okay.
one game
One game.
from a
And
franchise that no
also,
one gave a fuck about until that game. Then that game made that franchise of huge. Like so they made a more extreme statement than what this developer is saying, and they profited more than any of these game developers. They were one of they're the biggest independent game developer that has grown. Like they're as big as publishers.
Yep. CD Project
Mm.
Red.
So here's my thing. That's one company out of hundreds of
Oh, here we
companies.
go.
Here we go. Here
Here
we
we
go.
go. I
That
got
that
so how many examples? See, then this
is
is the thing.
that.
I have to
Well,
bring a million examples. It's
here,
like,
no.
but you don't have one.
Here's the thing. It's like you're talking about the one exception.
It's not an exception though.
No. Yeah,
It's
it's not a
like how many companies do you know that are telling people to pirate their game?
Two.
It's not that many.
Hold on, two, but that's not an exception.
It
That,
is.
no, because that's one out of two. That's half. You're saying that that's the exception
It's
of
the,
people. Hold on. You're saying that that's the exception, but to make it an exception, it would have to be a bunch of people saying pirate our game, and then the majority of them failing and one succeeding. That's what would make it an exception,
no my exception is that nobody's doing that because it
right?
can be detrimental to their profit as a game. That's not something that every company. You think every company should do this?
Yeah, I
Like,
do.
hey, pirate
mm,
our game
Yes,
and buy a copy later.
yeah, I
You
yes,
agree.
think that?
I
Do you
do.
think? Do you think from like a business perspective that you would make a great profit doing that?
Yes, I would, because let me tell you why. Because that would make it so that you will have to make sure that that game is good. Not every game would succeed on that model because some games are shit, and they're poor. They shit on their fans so hard that they don't have any customer fucking faith. But yes, I do think that the majority of companies should do that. But the thing is, to go back to what you're saying, it's like, yeah, the majority of companies don't do that, and look at them. They're not like they're trending downwards. They're not doing as well.
Okay,
But
but they're
but
still.
but but hold on. But CD Projekt went from being a small indie developer with what they did, and they exploded. And you're not saying that like they should try, at least try that. That no one else should try that. That was just a fluke.
I mean, you can like whatever you want to do with your business, you can do. If you want to try it, that to me, there's a risk in doing it.
Yeah,
Like,
of
yeah, you
course.
can blow up like CD Project Red, But you can also kill yourself if everybody decides to pirate it instead of buying your shit.
But that's not what happens.
I mean,
That's not actually what happens though.
Well, we've
I
already
mean,
Can you give me an example of that where a game died because everyone just pirated it?
yeah, everyone.
I don't have any offhand, but I'll have to research it.
It doesn't
Yeah,
exist.
yeah. Please research it because
Yeah,
you
I have
won't.
to research it.
Yeah, because like the thing
Games
is
die
that
because of their quality. Games die because people don't know about them. They do not die because of piracy.
yeah,
That's
I was gonna say with the whole Witcher 3 thing is like because they said that they actually kind of gained them like
they got more, dude. They got more support.
yeah,
They got like it embolstered
that
them.
was free
People
advertisement. That was
Right.
literally free
Like
advertisement.
people people buy games because they want to buy games. If someone does not want to buy a game, it doesn't matter if they have all the money in the world or if they have 0 cents, they are not going to buy your game. And then there are people in between where they want to buy your game, but there's some barrier there. Gabe Newell talked. This is the reason why Steam fucking exists and succeeds. It's because
Hmm.
he said exactly what the hell I'm saying right now back in 2000 fucking what 8 or whatever. And he said the only reason why people pirate is because in piracy, you get a better service in what you want out of actually doing it the right way. And if there was a way for you to do it the right way, but the service was good, then people would just do it the right way because they want to buy the game.
yeah, because they want to see it succeed so they can get more of this.
Or they
That's
And
want to
not
surprise, surprise, Valve went from being a good company, it was not some small company, it was doing good, to they're so big they don't even make video games anymore.
they don't have to.
So you basically saying that gamers get a better experience pirating games.
Oh, for
yes,
Is
sure.
that what you're
I got a
saying?
perfect example of
100,
that. I got a perfect
100,
example.
100%.
So here's my thing. Like, so if a game is shitty, the game is shitty.
Yeah.
Like, they don't mean you can pirate it and just turn it into what
No,
you
I'm
want it to
not
be.
saying now you're making a morality argument.
Well,
I'm
Hold
not
on, wait.
saying that.
no, no. I'm just talking about this. Like, if you pirate my game, you're stealing from me.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
like
yeah.
no matter if like you buy a pirate version, you buy all the mods, you do this, and you make the game 10 times better than what I could ever make it. You're still stealing my product
You mean
at
like
the end of the
Skyrim?
day. No matter
Y-
what kind of way you make it better,
Okay, but I'm not
you're still
saying that
stealing.
that's not okay. Hold on, but you're making a different argument. Okay, let's
And
say
what
that. Let's say it is stealing, and I'm not saying it.
you're taking away from the developer. You're
But
taking money away from the developer by not buying it. Like
no, because
if
the person who wanted to buy that game didn't have that. You're not entitled to someone's money, like just because you made a product. You
what?
ha- you are
No
yes,
way.
you're
No
Uh,
way.
right. If I
That's
buy look,
crazy.
hold on, no, it's not. If I
That's
make
crazy.
hold on, and let me explain it to you. If I make a manga, a book, video game, whatever, it doesn't matter. You are not just by the mere fact that I made the product, you are not actually entitled to my money. They have to give you the money and buy it. Like it's not like, oh well, I made this product, so I deserve $50. No, that's not how the market works. You have to make something that actually convinces that guy to give you the money. You are not entitled to his fucking money. He's entitled to his money. And when he wants to give you that money to like he's not entitled to your object. He's not entitled to your object. And you're not entitled to his money. It's only once you guys make the trade that you guys are entitled. Now he's entitled to his thing he bought from you, and you're entitled to his money because now he has given it to you. Right? But you are not, just by the mere fact that you made the item, entitled to his fucking money. So you have to sell him on your item. You have to sell him on it. You don't just get his money for free just because you made something.
So I disagree with you because if I make a product, right? If I make a product and some Joe Smo pirated and he wanted to play that game some kind of way,
Hmm.
he not just getting that game just because he actually liked the shit that I made.
Okay,
He's
yeah.
like, okay, well, okay, I like the shit you made, but fuck
Well, I
you,
mean,
fuck
I'm
you, I'm not
gonna
finna pay
slightly
you.
disagree on that statement
It's
only
like
because
it's
like
like it's like if I make a product for sale that I want to make a profit out of,
Right.
and somebody goes out and steals that product, hey, it it's like my profit is gone.
No, it's
It's
not.
absolutely gone
No, I
because
was
the
gonna say,
person
I
that
was gonna say
person
real
pirating my
quick.
product obviously likes my product.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah,
Right.
but no, I was gonna say,
Let's say
but
he
It's like
does. Hold on.
he's
okay.
already sold on the product.
Right. Let's say that he is. Let's say that he. You're right.
Exactly,
He
but there you go.
pirated.
Exactly.
He pirated your stuff. He loves it. He had no intention of purchasing it. He loved this shit. He like, dude, and that's what I want to do. You never had his money.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, I was
It
gonna add
was
there
your
Well,
loss.
it's
because
stealing.
well, hold on,
Yeah,
Herbert.
of
Here's
course
Okay,
the
I
but
don't
thing.
have.
hold on. Wait. I want to.
I don't have it. I don't have his money
No,
because he stole my product.
Right.
no,
Right.
no,
But
no,
when
wait,
did
but
you?
here's the thing. No, wait. Can I say something real quick? It's his
Yeah.
thing. How do I know I like your product if I never tried it? Like you can't get something out of me if I never think I'm just gonna take a gamble on this completely brand new IP and just give them some money. Like out of nowhere, like okay, oh man, I'm gonna go up and try this. I'm gonna get this like Billy Done's saying. There's no dip, it's barely in demos anymore in any damn thing. So it's
Well,
like
I could tell you there's GameFly, there's reviews.
oh boo, no review,
Hold
no,
on, hold
oh
on,
you
hold
still
on.
give
Let
up?
me
We
go.
gonna review people shit down, bro.
Hey,
Hold on,
there's
wait,
there's
wait.
Redbox.
We gonna
You can
listen. We
rent it.
gonna listen to
And back in the
IGN.
day, hey,
We gonna
back
listen
in
to
the day, we used to
IGN.
have Blockbuster.
So
We
it's
got
still a
Blockbuster no
Ain't
more.
no more blockbusters. Ain't no more blockbusters no
You
more.
got
Hold on. Wait.
reviews. You got
Reviews,
YouTube.
reviews, reviews,
You got
reviews are
so many things to make an informative decision.
no man, because reviews are so unreliable. People will lie to you real quick. Oh man, Last of Us 2, 10 out of 10 game. No problems with it, boy. Oh man, great game, guys. God of War. Oh man, freaking awesome.
Well,
It's
okay.
like
And me personally, I watch multiple reviews to
I
kind of,
watch most reviews too, but some people still gonna lie
Hold
to you.
on. That's like what you're saying, Chris, is valid, but that's not really like my thing. My thing is like you're saying that you lost something. I want to know what did you lose? You lost that guy's sale? Is that what you're saying?
lost money for my product.
Yeah, from him, from that guy who pirated you. You lost his
Yeah.
sale, but he didn't have a sale to give you. He wasn't going to give it to you.
Well, he did, but he didn't give it to me. You're
No, he
right.
didn't. No,
He
he
didn't.
didn't.
He
He
was supposed to.
didn't.
He was supposed to buy it, but
Yes,
he didn't.
but he
So he
wouldn't have
stole it.
given he wouldn't have gave it to you anyways. So you
I mean,
didn't
that's
lose anything.
no, I did because
What did you lose?
if he would have bought that product, I would have had that
But
money,
he
right?
would have not bought it.
he
That's
was
what
never
I'm
going to
trying to
buy it
get
in
you
the
to
first place.
understand.
You
He
no, so he didn't buy it, right? He
he
pirated, so
didn't buy it. He bought it.
he stole potential money that I could have had.
Ah, and there we go. It's not potential money because he would have
It
never bought it.
it
Potential,
okay,
potential.
Potential
like you
says potential means he would have bought it, right?
like you said, like if somebody's gonna steal it, they gonna steal it.
Right.
But here's the thing: I'm not gonna put it out there to pirate
That's
my game.
fine. You don't have to.
You know,
I'm like that. I'm not saying you have to. Like, okay, fine. You don't have to. I'm not saying that's even wrong that you don't want to tell people to go and pirate your game. That's fine. Fine. My whole thing though is this idea of losing potential sales. It's like it's this thing of, well, I made this thing and you took from me what was entitled to me, your money. But it's like, well, this person never would have given you your money. So you are counting a sale that does not exist. Now, hold on. If we're talking about a physical item and a digital item, now then maybe I could actually agree with you. If you are talking about an Apple, or let's just say a video game in a store and someone took the disc, the box, all this stuff, that now you have lost
it's the
because
same
that
thing.
no, it's not. Let me tell
It
you why
is.
it's not. No, it's not. Because that box, what that does is when I take that box of Madden 2000 fucking 20, okay, and there's only 20 boxes in that fucking store, and I take one, now there's only 19. When Josh goes in to buy the 20th copy, he no longer has that ability to buy that 20th copy. It is gone. I stole that from Josh. I didn't just steal that from fucking EA. I stole that from Josh. But when it is a digital item and I take that digital item, What? Josh doesn't have to buy, he can't buy that digital item anymore? The cost in printing the disc and the box and all that stuff is stolen from you. When I steal something from the from some hard drive somewhere, what? You pay the cost of that? You have to reprint another what digital copy of copy paste? How is that the same?
So a digital game is still a game.
Oh
It's
my
like
God.
you're talking like it don't exist at all.
No, I didn't
Do you,
say that.
if I well, that's what it seemed like though.
No, but
It's
did
like
anybody else?
it's
Hold on, wait a minute. Did anybody else get
No.
that though?
I said
No,
that's what it
I
seemed
get that.
like.
I mean,
Well,
only
that's what you
But
got it as, but
no,
everybody else
no.
doesn't understand it as
Here's the
that.
thing. I'm listening to you. You said okay, if like somebody had a physical thing,
Hmm.
there's only 20 of that physical thing,
Right.
right?
Mhm.
And the 20th thing, once the 20th thing it runs out, there's no more of that. All right,
Okay.
I get that.
Yeah. Okay.
Digital items are endlessly printable, so you can print it for forever. It's still there. You still got to download it. It's still a thing. It's still
Yeah.
a product, even
Yeah, I
though it's in
agree with
digital
you.
space.
I agree. I
It's
never
like
said it wasn't.
you can't, even though it's not a disc or it's not a case, it's
Yeah,
still a thing, and it's
we
still
agree on
something to
that.
make a profit off of.
Okay, we agree on that. I didn't say it wasn't a thing. I said one was a thing that doesn't cost you money when someone steals it because there's not a physical item that is now gone that has to be physically replaced with cost. That's what I said. I did not say that the digital item was not a thing. I'm saying that when that out of 20 items, let's just say when the 19th one is gone, when the 20th customer comes to buy that 20th item, it is physically not there to purchase. Okay, that would not be true for a digital item. That so and then for you to make that available for that 20th customer, you have to print another box, you have to print another disc, you have to spend money so that Josh has the opportunity to purchase the fucking item, because I took that from Josh and I took that from you. But when I steal, let's just say that I steal a digital copy of whatever, right? I don't know, Madden 2023.
goddamn
Okay,
Madden trying to tell sports
I,
games.
I, I like Josh has the ability to steal, but I didn't take that opportunity from Josh to buy that game, and I didn't take your opportunity to sell it to him.
Yes, you did.
Oh, cow.
It's like me. It's like me. If I had if I sold an ebook online, like or a digital workout program online,
Okay.
if everybody named Mama just takes that program and distributes it out to the internet, I lose out because now it's out in the world for free. So the thing that I work hard on, my workout program, my ebook, gets stolen. Where's my profit? I
Hold on,
mean,
but
of
how?
course,
Wait, you didn't answer my question though. How does that take that? How does that take Josh's ability away to buy that
Yeah.
ebook from you?
We're talking about one person. Like, don't turn it into like, oh,
We
if everyone pirates, like, okay, that scenario. I'm talking about if it's just me. I'm walking to my
because
PlayStation
I
and I'm
gave you a
typing in
very
my code.
specific example.
Yeah.
And I said, how does that? Because I said this literally takes away Josh's ability to purchase this thing from this person. A digital item does it. You say yes, it does. I said how? You said, well, if everyone pirates it, I lose profit. That's not an answer to what I said. How does that take away Josh's ability to give you money for it?
okay. So repeat the question one more time, just so I can understand what you're saying.
Yes, I'm saying that with a physical item, if they are limited, when one gets taken, it removes someone else's ability to purchase that item because it is physically gone. But when a digital item is taken, it is not gone. Let's say if that person was Josh, the person who's going to go buy this item, Josh can still go purchase that digital item even though I took it. And you said that, so I said, so how does it, so you were like, well, it does take away Josh's ability to purchase that digital item. And I said, how so? And you said, well, if everyone pirates it, then it's everywhere and I lose a profit. but that doesn't take away Josh's ability to buy that from you.
So me, I'm talking about like the profit. You're taking money away from me if like a specific person pirates that game.
Well,
That's
we're
what
not
I'm
talking about
saying.
we're talking about the ability to obtain the item because what okay, ultimately it doesn't. The item is still there
It
and it's
doesn't,
available for
right?
purchase. I can still
Yes.
purchase it. There's
Jeez.
no him somebody pirating a game doesn't not allow someone else to purchase the said game. And the way this ties back in the whole the examples with Slay the Queen or Slay the Princess and CD Project Red, despite piracy being on the table, they made their profit back. And when it comes to
More.
digital, yeah,
More
yeah,
than just
they
made
made
their
more.
profit back.
They became $1 billion company off of one game, and that's after they said like, "Hey man, you can pirate it. This, whatever. We just want people to play the game." And I understand like Herb, where you're coming from is like, look, I worked hard for this shit. I don't
Yeah,
want
of
people to steal
course.
my shit. We're not saying that's fair for anyone to do, but when it comes to gaming specifically, the threat of piracy has been over exaggerated to such a degree that people truly believe that piracy is so rampant. The amount of people who even know how to pirate a game
It's very small.
is
It's
like,
it's small, and
Very
and
small.
it's like, and on the flip side of that, the amount of people who don't know how to pirate a game don't know anything about the actual details of how all this piracy shit works. They don't know the culture. They don't know like how it actually affects game developers and any of this stuff. A lot of things that pirates end up doing, game developers put into their game to make their game better. It's like,
yeah,
oh man, we bought this thing that like look at the example with fucking Dark Souls on PC for Games for
mm,
Windows Live when not just Dark Souls, every Games for Windows Live fucking game.
yep,
Well, who came up with how to unbreak that shit when Windows decided that they didn't want to support Games for Windows Live anymore? You just couldn't play these fucking games. It was these
and
so-called
crackers,
fucking, yeah, it was crackers
super
that did this.
villains.
And then when they want to resell that game later on, oh shit, we can't resell games for Windows Live version because it's fucking broken. Oh, let's just use this unofficial shit and then say we did it. When you can look at the code and see it's the exact fucking same.
Mm.
Yeah, what's the name of that game? Lost Planet 2. Still
Oh my
can't
god.
play that shit online. Like, and it took a while before they took it down because that's one of those games that are trapped in the
Yep.
Game for Windows Live abyss.
Yep.
That's a game I paid money for. I gave them money. I
Hmm.
would have been better off pirating the shit
Yep.
because the
And
shit
that's
don't
what and
work.
that's what I was
It's
saying
like,
when we were going back to where you were like what I was saying, yes, you get a better experience. You don't get a better experience because of mods and all this stuff. You can get that by buying the game. You literally get a better experience because of that mindset of, well, I don't want anyone to pirate my game, so I'm going to make the experience for the actual purchasing person worse because I'm going to put in all of this stuff that slows the game down, that makes the game like harder. You got to
Like
download this big ass file,
Assassin's
you
Creed
know.
Odyssey.
Yeah,
yep.
like it just makes the game worse. It collects all this data. It does all this shit to you. Whereas if you just pirated the game, base game, you didn't do shit to it. You just load up and play it.
Well,
Easy.
that's just shitty game development.
Yeah, but that
You
just so
know,
happens to be.
shitty, shitty, shitty game development.
Oh, but that's the
It's
majority of the stuff that's going on,
The
Herbert.
industry.
That's the industry. That's not just one or two developers. That's
yeah,
almost everyone that has that line of thinking. That's all of them. Like, so you say it's
I like
just shitty game developers, but that's not, honestly, that's not true. That
yeah.
like
Yeah, a lot of this stuff is just mandated, and like it wouldn't be like. Hold on, let me go up. I think Billy Donut said it earlier. Piracy has become much more defensible in a world that lacks demos and information about games in general. The thing they won't tell you about games, DRM. People got, and most people don't even know what it is. And when they do find out about it, it's too late. I think it happened in Resident Evil 8 Village, I believe,
oh yeah,
where
with the
where
nouveau.
yeah, the
yeah,
new one. Shit
and
was
it
thrown at my PC like a
so
motherfucker, boy.
Yeah.
what's that the other zombie game, the one I didn't want to buy because of the
Back for Blood.
yeah, and it's like all this stuff, the average end user doesn't know what any of that shit on their computer is doing. And when their computer starts to sound like a fucking Super Saiyan, and blows
Even though
up.
they have a good computer.
Yeah,
And it's
and
like
stuff.
they're confused. They're like, why is this not running right? Blah blah blah. It's that mindset. It's that mindset because but then they're always this is the greatest thing when someone's new to piracy or anything like that and they download this game and they think it's gonna run like shit because they bought it already. And that's the first thing they test. Games they already fucking got. They're like, okay, let me try this. And it just runs.
It
They
works.
just click on it and it just works. Their mind is blown. They literally can't believe it. They don't understand what is happening. They're
You ain't
like,
got hell, you
what?
ain't got to sign up for no EA shit. You ain't got to
Yeah,
sign up for like all these other different
Yeah,
like
I don't have to like
launchers and shit. Like,
sign all these EULA agreements. I don't have to like sit for 30 minutes and clicking through 20 pages of lawyer speak just to get to the. I just want to play the game.
yeah,
But they're gonna hide all this shit that they're really doing to your computer in the background when you could just pirate it and just enjoy it.
and hell, then
And
not
it's
even on
like,
computer, even on consoles, like with PlayStation. Look what they do every time you buy a digital game. You buy a digital game, guess what? You technically don't own the shit. You
yeah,
technically just renting.
yeah. The nouveau's on all like see on consoles. Oh my god, it's like it's even worse because at least for them, well, it's worse and better depending on what console we're talking about and depending how back we're going, right? Because
mhm.
it's like if we're talking about the Switch, you're pretty good. I'm gonna be honest. Like, if you bought your games physically and like, you're decent. Even though because the game's not running well is legitimately because the hardware is not very
Yep.
good. Like
Yes,
it's not because
Yep.
someone's
I love my
going
Switch,
in
but
and
boy.
trying to like fuck with
yeah,
you. It's like, well, that's just the way the game is. Like,
yeah. Switch is 8 years old. What you expect?
yeah, right?
Yep.
Damn, that's crazy.
And she needs to goddamn. Shit.
But
I feel old
but
now. Fuck.
You
But
are
they're
old.
adding they're adding the nouveau and all this stuff to single player games. They want to be able to constantly make sure that you're online. It becomes more about you're purchasing something and doing it the right way for them to continually fuck with you, and that's the norm.
Now, Herbert, like the the ideal world of the gaming industry that you're describing would make sense if every other company wasn't trying to do some malicious shit to screw over the end user. But
Mm.
just like Tevin said, unfortunately, the reality of the current game industry is that you could pay them all the money in the world, you're still getting a subpar experience than rather just pirating, and that's what justifies pirating to so many people because it's like I just want to play the game. I just want to play the game. How come every time I boot this game up, I have to download a patch, or this game isn't
Hmm.
even complete yet? They'll take my money, no problem. Cyberpunk. Ironically,
Hmm.
it's funny how CG Project
Yep.
Red, once they become a billion-dollar company, they end up just like the rest of these companies who fuck people over trying to make
And
more money.
you know why? Because they made a game that they could not sell on goodwill. They couldn't do it. Oh shit, this game would fuck us. Just like so with her, like to go back to your question and answer that again, where you're like, should every company do this? Me personally, yeah. Why? Because the companies that should fail would fail because they would make a product that fucking sucks, and that would be the end of them. They would have to really think carefully. See, with Witcher 3, they were confident. They said, "Oh yeah, we know this game is fucking good. We know it's
Yeah,
good. You're gonna buy it. Like
we put our
you're
whole ass
gonna
foot
buy it.
into this game.
You're going to like, but it was only after oh fuck, we made some really fucked up shit here. And and also
Oh, how the
changing
mighty have
changing
fallen.
of people and stuff too. So it's like, yeah,
Yeah,
it's like,
they became corporatized, and they are literally no different from EA. Pushing
yeah,
shit out before it's ready, making promises about stuff they have no, and the crunch, taking advantage of all their workers, putting some shit out that they would take money for that they knew wasn't gonna work, lying and saying that it was gonna work. Oh yeah, it runs just fine on the PS4 and Xbox One. Why wouldn't it? Damn, this game is literally unplayable. Tyrell, he spent God knows how much on the super ultra edition of Cyberpunk,
The PS4 edition.
PS4
Oh,
version.
couldn't
Never
even
played
oh
the
play
my
that
game.
shit.
god.
Couldn't
Oh
even
my
play
god,
that
I
shit for
forgot about the
nothing.
fucking PlayStation 4 version of that
And Herbert,
game.
That game is unfucking playable.
So I so
And
I
people were
told
blowing people's smoke up people's asses with reviews and shit
The
like,
people,
oh
yep,
well,
Yeah,
before that
young
game
yeah.
was coming
You know
out.
young yeah. That's what I say,
yep.
so
young yeah. That man.
so I think I was talked about Josh, talked to
Uh,
Josh about this on another stream, but I used to work for a game company, of course. And when Cyberpunk came out, we had to sell it to people. And they were like, "Man, is this a good game?" And I just had to tell them straight up, man, like, man, it's a lot of glitches. It's not working. It's like you might have to wait, for some patches or something for it to come, before it comes out. And then, a lot of people like had to bring the game back and get refunds. It was like a terrible experience for a lot of people.
yeah, for the people working there and for the people buying the game,
Yeah,
I bet your manager was like, "You better fucking sell these games. We
Better
got."
lie to these people.
And
Better tell this game work.
the thing is that I'm sure a lot of people refunded the game and got their refund, right? But how many do you think that even 50% did that? I don't think so. I
yeah.
think that probably high 40s. But I think that a lot of people just said, "Fuck it, I'm never dealing with this fucking company ever again. Fuck them."
Tyrell.
Tyrell.
They
Tyrell.
didn't do no refund because the effort of going through a fucking refund is more. And when you're disappointed, you're just like, ah, fuck it. You got to be
Not
you got to be
Yeah.
real pissed off
You got,
not
you
to
got,
to
you
like,
got.
mention
fuck
your
you.
inability to get a refund for digital games
Oh
on
And
yeah,
certain
you
like
know,
platforms.
and
yep.
yeah, kind of just reminded me something too. If you do want to try a game, buy it used at GameStop or whatever. You got a couple of days to try it out, see if you like it. If
They
not,
want to
get
take
a
that
full
away from
refund.
you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
Yeah,
used
mean,
get
to,
a
I
full
used to do
refund.
that too. I stayed doing that shit. Like,
Yeah.
I'd be like
do it
going
for
there
now.
like, what
But
was it like? No, I did that recently. Like, this is one time I did it kind of recently. I bought Mac and Joe for the Switch. I was like, oh, Mac and Joe's coming back. I'm gonna go give it a try. Try that game, that game, but shit, I was like, oh yeah, yeah, the game's not working. Can I get my money back?
yeah.
Yeah, man, you got
So
you.
so I agree with you guys 100%. The gaming industry is very shitty, and a lot of shitty games are coming out. But I don't think it justifies piracy. Um,
You don't think it
I think
justifies
I
piracy
think
yet?
I think I think that if a company's shitty, if the game is terrible, if they continue this trend of like, making all this terrible stuff, just don't support them. You know.
Shit.
But
Explain
but
Only
the
EA.
thing is,
Explain
but the thing
EA.
is, but the thing that's the thing I was about to say. Like these companies are coming out with terrible games, and people are still supporting.
Yeah,
Like
because no, because
the
you
the,
hate to
the
say because
Maddens,
you got to
the
think about it
Maddens, and
though.
the Call of Duties, and
I mean, I was
you
gonna say
know
you got to think about it, Herbie. Knows mostly buying these games.
mostly.
Freaking parents for their little ass kids. They don't even go like most of these people. I just want my kid to shut the hell up and go off in the corner, go play somewhere where I can watch my dang soap opera. So
you,
watch
Yeah,
the dang football game.
Look,
Herb, the ideal future that I think we can all agree that we want is one where piracy seems the day piracy becomes more effort than it is to just buy and play a game, we will truly reach that piece to where it's like, why would I pirate this game when the industry is so well balanced to where every game that I purchase is mine. I don't have to worry about it being
And
fucked up
quality.
through some EULA, or the quality is good. Everything is a good game to where now literally the only people who want to pirate would have been the one that 1% of actual thieves who have the little raccoon mask on and
ay, ay,
still
ay. Dude, like
so
piracy is
so I,
not this big boogeyman that people make it out to be. It is really not a threat. You
it's
gain
more
more from
helpful than
you
it is
gain more you
harmful.
exactly. You gain more from piracy than you ever are hurt from it.
I think
Unless people are stealing physically from you, then that's completely different.
me
Yeah.
personally, I think piracy is going to go up in the next couple of
Of
years.
course it is.
Uh, because
Yeah.
more people are getting into PC gaming. It used to be, well, in our circles,
Mm.
we usually just had, motherfucker had a PS4 or a PlayStation or Xbox.
Mm.
That's what you had.
Oh, all right.
But
Say
now,
what you talking about?
but
You get
now,
fired on consoles. What you talking about?
but now it's like people are getting into like PCs and starting to wake up and say, okay, this is the way to go. I think at one point they had they're trying to start doing PC tournaments. So I think PCs are going to be on the rise in the next couple of years.
Well, PC is going to be on the rise and piracy is going to be on the rise, but for the reason, but those things don't correlate.
Yeah.
I'll tell you where my line is when it comes to piracy, okay? I mean like physical items I already said like that there. But let's just use Young Sykes as an example. He takes that game. He says, "Hey, I'm gonna pirate this game for myself." I don't think there's anything wrong with that. He says that I'm going to take that game and I'm going to take that pirated game and I'm going to share it with a friend. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. What I think is wrong is when he puts a price tag on that pirated game and says, I'm going to sell it to the person who would have bought it. Then you're actually taking away sales from
Yeah,
them
and I agree with him too, because like
because
I never
then
did.
that person would have actually bought it. They would have bought it. Now you're actually competing.
And
Someone's making a competition with your own product with you.
yep.
That's completely fucking different. You
Yep,
have to
yep.
understand like the mindset of people who want to buy things. They don't buy it because, oh well, just because like it's free over here and it's not free over here. They want to buy it because there's something that goes along with buying stuff. Why are people paying for an inferior version of things all the fucking time? It's because they like the feeling of buying something that supports someone. Oh man, they like being associated with it. Oh man, I'm a fan of fucking Persona. So they go and buy the collector's edition and all this stuff.
Yep.
You know, they're not just simply buying it just because like it's just mechanical response. You know,
Yeah,
they're like
Yep.
they're buying it because they like buying it.
yeah,
You
the
Yeah.
know,
They
fans.
want they
yeah,
want to see it thrive, even if it's something bad like Ninja Gaiden, just to
yeah,
get a demo
Oh my
for Dead or
God,
Alive
Ninja
5.
God is for the
yeah,
fucking Wii U. Stop.
yeah. It's
No, wait,
like
How,
no, wait, no, wait, no, wait. The Wii U had the superior version. The PS3 was the inferior version. Oh,
oh man, I'm just like to get the demo for Dead or Alive 5. This was years ago. They were like, "Hey," and this was like Tomonobu left, and I was like, "Dead or Alive is dead." And then they were like, "Hey, Dead or Alive 5 demo." I was like, "What do I gotta do? All you gotta do is pay us like $200 for this shitty Ninja Gaiden game that you already know you don't like because you saw it and you're like, this looks like trash."
oh, they got
But
your ass.
but
They
but
got the
you
fuck
get
out
this
your ass.
demo. It was a Tekken 8 demo, full playable characters. One stage. Come on, man. Come on now. And I gave them folks $200. And
Oh
then
my god.
later that day, Cross was like, "Hey man, I got the demo for free." And do you know how hard? You want to know how
I'm
hard?
a dirty pirate, dude. Oh my god, I'm stealing from
Yep.
oh
Like
while
I ain't
looking
gonna
at my
pay you.
collector's edition of Dead or Alive 5. Oh my god, I am stealing from the developers. That
dude,
that demo
do
that
you
was
know how fucked up my mindset was? Because on one, that was when the crack started happening. You know, the crack in the matrix where it's like, Josh, that was $200, and you know you don't like this game. You
Oh,
don't
you
even
knew I
want
was
it.
there. I remember you hit your
I
old
knew
place. Y'all playing
I
that
knew
shit.
I
You
wasn't
know,
gonna like that game because I saw you do that fucking stupid boss fight against the
Uh,
fucking
nah,
T-Rex,
that fucking
and
bird, boy. Every time that
I
bird
was
come out of
like,
nowhere, it's
I was like,
flying.
okay, this is fucking shit. All right, I'm good. I will just wait a week. And back then, the support for shit wasn't that wasn't that like what do you call it? It wasn't like it was like just super easy to find. Like,
Yeah, because like it was a demo for the 360, and you got
yep,
a code for the 360, and I'm like,
yep,
that's all it was. It was just a code. Wait
yep,
3 hours, you would have got the thing you actually wanted, but
yep,
you paid 200, and they took your money, and they knew this game was trash.
You
yep,
knew
Everyone knew it.
that game was so
Tomonobu wasn't
good.
in
yeah.
there, and Ninja, Team
And they
Ninja
talking
was
about
like,
his fucking feelings and shit. Like, come on, man.
Yep.
Like, and that was back then when I was less critical of shit. I was less critical than I am today. But even then, I was like, we never talked about
terrible.
Ryu's feelings.
"Yep,
I don't understand.
What are we talking
No,
about?
you don't understand, dude. Like I remember, I was over at Johnson's place. I said, all right,
statue and
man.
everything."
I said, hey man, this got 3 out. He said, yeah, and I said, damn, dog, what the fuck you mean? In? And I said, go ahead. He said, John said, you know, Chris, you want to play it? Yeah, I played it. I played it for like 30 minutes. I said, dude, where's all the other weapons at? There ain't no other weapons.
What other
Terrible.
weapons?
I'm like, what?
And
Oh,
you know
just
what I
What?
did with that? The way I had to like got over it. I just gave it to Big Mike. I was like, you know what, Big Mike, here you
Hey,
can
hey,
have the
hey, hey,
game, you
hey,
can have the
hey,
statue, the box. Take it.
hey, Josh. Hey,
Hey,
Josh.
used game sales hurt developers too, you know, because
Yep.
that's a sale
Yep.
that they would have
Yep. They're trying to
gotten.
get rid of
And
that
they
shit.
didn't get that sale,
The whole
you
community
know.
trying to get rid of that
They were
shit.
supposed to get that sale, and they didn't get it. The used game store got it, and that is unfair. That is
Hmm.
unfair.
And
Yeah,
you
Herbert.
work
Yeah,
for
We don't
these
like
people.
that.
Herbert, I'm
You
dead
work
serious.
for these people, Herbert.
Mm-mm.
How dare
Mm-mm.
you?
We
I'm
don't
dead
like
serious, dude. 'Cause
that.
like,
That was Mike was supposed to buy that Ninja Gaiden 3, Josh, and you just gave it to him for free.
hey,
Oh
hold on, wait. I gotta say something real quick.
my God!
I gotta say something real quick. Hey, Josh, I bet you. Here's something I bet you wish you had a demo for, and you gave it
What?
to me on 360.
Uh,
Starts with an R, ends with a 6.
nah, bro,
fucking,
I'm good. I'm
fucking
good,
Resident Evil 6.
man.
Oh
That man was
man,
Hey,
so, y'all had to see
hey,
that. Man was
Herbert,
so
yeah.
heartbroken, dude.
I have been abused by this industry for long enough. If
No,
I want to
no, yeah.
crack a
That
Tekken
man,
8
Hey,
demo,
dang,
I'm
dude.
gonna crack a Tekken
see,
8 demo. So nah, bro.
hey, see, this
Mm-mm.
this is this is like the villain story. This is like Josh's villain story right here
Yeah.
being told.
Nah, I'm the hero. I'm the
Man, we
good
are
guy.
we
Because we've
are
been
we are
we've
we
been
are fucking
tricked into
Batman.
thinking.
We are
Yeah,
Batman.
I'm
You
everyone
Robin
has
Hood,
are
been
nigga.
tricked into
I'm
thinking
Robin
that we're
Hood.
the bad guy. Oh, vigilante justice is the real justice.
that man should go outside and fight people in the daylight, and he should tell us about his underground back cave, and he
No.
should let us know about everything. And
So we could tax
he
them.
needs a license so
Kurog,
that
you
he
don't
can beat
understand.
up fucking criminals in the darkness. Well, not in the darkness. That's scary. It's like, man, bro.
Kurog, you don't understand.
There's a
He had to
reason
be the
why
damn boy
heroes
so
like
fucking quick.
Come
there's
He
a
had
on,
to
reason
do that
why
man.
shit so
heroes
quick.
like Batman are popular, who do this shit on their own. They're like, dude, the system is fucked. You guys think this shit's work? It does not. You
No,
have so many more victims this way.
they don't even think it works. They know it sucks, but they still defend it.
Fervently.
Yeah, it's
Like,
like they know it's no one says the industry is good. Ain't not
Yeah,
one person you can talk to that plays video games that's gonna say, yeah, the industry is good, even if they're a Zoomer and they never even grew up in the good industry. They
when
still
it
know it
was good.
sucks. Yeah, they still know it sucks. They're like, yeah, this sucks, but you know what? Their mind said, what can I do about it? It sucks, man. It's like,
don't support them.
yeah, but the thing is that you're right. Like, don't support them. But the thing is that okay, this is why that's not so clear cut. It's like there are some games that are just bad and they're bad, right? And that's
Mm.
it. That's the end of the fucking story. They suck. You don't want to play a bad game. No one wants that. You don't want that. Okay, cool. Where the conundrum is when it's like, oh man, Persona 6 is coming out. Whoopee. I can't wait to play this game. Oh, the game, let's say the game is critically acclaimed. It's good. You think it's good. You
10
think
out of
it's
10.
good. 10 out of fucking 10. You want this fucking game. It's gonna be so sick. But because that game has fucking de novo and a bunch of bullshit, for some reason it just oh well you got to be online. Oh damn, you lost internet connection. This shit just turns the fuck off. It does all this
Oh,
fucked up shit.
And
first
I
of all,
agree with you,
don't forget the
Herbert.
localizers.
Yeah, yeah, the
hey,
localization.
Josh.
Oh yeah, it has shit
Oh
localization,
my god,
all
yeah,
this
that
stuff,
shit's gonna
right?
be so
Look,
bad.
Herbert,
God damn,
I am one of the extreme people that will do exactly that. I will say I ain't buying that shit. But look how people fucking treat me, Herbert. Well, why? Oh, I don't understand. Well, blah, 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 blah. Bruh, even to choose that option, people fucking treat you like shit. That's what I literally do. I'm not doing that because
bro.
fucking
I don't want
because
to say no names, but
How
but
could
I
you
was
not
like,
like it? How
like
could you? You be
I
playing
don't
Persona
understand.
before.
That don't make no
I don't want to
sense.
say no
It's
names.
To
like
be
leave
But
me
yo,
the fuck
to
alone.
be fair,
God.
usually to be fair, usually when somebody doesn't like the most popular thing out, they always look at you as an outcast.
Yeah,
They
okay,
always,
but
you don't like
that's
Call of
right.
Duty, bro? What's wrong with you, bro? You can hop
Yeah,
on
but
over and play Call of Duty with us, bro.
yeah, that's fine. Maybe you're right. Oh, okay. I don't like the most popular thing, so yeah, maybe they're gonna be like, "Why don't you like the most popular thing?" Okay, fair enough. But it's like, dude, that's the result of what happens nowadays, especially in
Oh my
gaming. If
god.
there's some shit that's big and you're not
Yeah.
into it, and you have some niche reason for not being into it, like I do, they're just gonna look like you get treated like you're fucking insane. It's not just simply, oh, you don't like Apex Legends. No,
Yeah.
like, because if I just come up to say I don't like Fortnite, I don't get treated like that. But if I say I don't like Fortnite because of I don't like Skullgirls because I think the developers are fucking like
Bunch of
uh
fucking hacks.
more than just hacks.
Yeah.
They're
There's
people
a
who
whole
fucking
story behind
stole
it.
an idea from a developer.
Literally stole.
They're thieves. They're fucking parasites. When I get to that point, it's like, oh well, that doesn't make sense to me. Yeah, of course it doesn't make sense to you because you don't know anything.
Hold on, wait a minute, Tim. That's actually good. That's actually a fucking good point that you just made. Fucking Skullgirl. I bought that game back way back then.
Oh
And they
my
changed the
god.
fucking game.
Yes, that's another fucking thing. You bought this fucking game as is. You think, and it's good as is. You like
Penny
the game
shots and
you
all.
bought. Hold on, wait.
Everything.
Let me get fucking through this, Chris. Like, you bought the game. It is exactly what you wanted. You paid the money. Everything works. The game is good. You have no fucking problems with it. Everything's fine. There's no issue. Okay, 2 years later, you turn the game on. You have not been paying attention to anything about this game. You turn it on, the game is different. You don't have access to the game that you had, like that game that you want to play, gone. Is that fair?
And instead, you get this gay fox furry telling you how to play the game all of a sudden.
Is
What
that
happened?
fair? If that's fair, is that fair? And if the answer is no, what is your remedy against that?
Mm,
That's
don't support them.
But you already
No,
did.
we already bought the game
Hold on,
though. I
wait, but you
already bought the
already did.
game.
You already bought the game.
They got me in
Uh-oh.
with the cute anime
And they
girl.
changed
They
the
tricked me.
object that you bought
After you purchased it.
after you purchased it.
This like
What is your
5 years
remedy?
after the fact.
What is your remedy?
Shoot, ain't shit you can do
You're
if
fucked.
it didn't change.
Wait, but wait. There is
If
something
it
you
if
can
it
do,
didn't
Herbert.
change,
Hold on, wait, but there's something you can do. You can pirate the previous version of the game.
Yo, go get the patch. Damn way.
But that's stealing.
well,
You can't do that.
well, I know what with CDs and stuff. I don't know if it's still like this today, but if you've already bought the CD and you buy a copy of or you download a copy of it online, it's fine.
Yeah,
Supposed
no, you're right. For old game, that's why, what I said earlier depends on what console we're talking about and how far back we're going. You're right.
yeah.
If we're talking about Nintendo Switch and I buy a copy of Trials and Mana or Xenoblade Chronicles, yeah, you're pretty much correct. I don't have to download the updates. They give you an option. Do you want to download this update? No, thank you. Okay, could play the game. It's like that's how the Nintendo Switch works. It ain't like that on PlayStation. It ain't like
Okay.
that. Like when you buy a game, you better never connect your fucking shit online. You better
You don't
never
download
fucking
that
do
fast.
it. You just better never not do that because
Yeah,
then once you do that, they're going to download a patch onto your system prior to the patch, and then when you try to play that game, it's going to say you need a patch to play this fucking game.
remember Deus Ex?
Never
Yeah.
did.
Human Revolution? Because like that version of the game, you can't buy no more. You got to play the
You
the
can't buy. You
new
got to play the
shitty.
inferior fucking director's cut version.
Yep.
Yep.
I'm one of the few lucky sons of bitches that still has the original
You
version
sure do.
of
We
Deus
made we
Ex.
did we actually did an experiment because I was
Mm.
like, I actually don't know the differences between the two. You buy the original one, I'll buy the director's cut. Guess who fucking lost in that fucking deal? I did. I fucking lost because I
So
was like, this is buggy. It sucks, and the boss fights are all gone.
I'm not familiar with. I think I bought it like a long time ago, but I never really played it. What is the difference between the two?
Okay, so the game looks different. That's a good like they redid all the fucking textures and lighting, so the game just looks completely
The
fucking
director's
different.
cut version is the port to the Wii U.
Yeah,
Wii U port. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I know that's terrible.
Yeah, and then but it's more than just
Anything
that.
with
It's
Nintendo,
more than just
I
how
know
it
it looked
looks.
bad.
It's more than just how it looks.
Mm-hmm.
Because when the original Deus Ex Human Revolution came out, normies bitched about the boss fights in the game. Oh, they're too hard. I don't know how to beat this boss. It's so annoying. Yeah, right? So in the director's cut, you know what they did? They cut the bosses.
Oh,
Or they
that's
made them fucking
sad.
Oh
like,
man, that's
yeah,
so
but
fucking lame.
Herbert, we didn't live in the completely dystopian fucking future that we live in today. If that was today, what would have happened is that the game that Josh bought would have been updated to the version I bought. Then he would have not been able to play that game anymore. Once
After I
he
bought it.
bought the game, he has no remedy to that if he goes through the official ways.
Yep.
So saying like don't support it, it's like you can't predict the future. I try, but you can't.
I mean, I
Yeah.
ain't gonna
That's true.
lie. Another, well, this is a minuscule example. Like Street Fighter 5 when they got rid of Armika's butt slap, and I bought the game.
Yeah.
Yep.
Bought the game. Why you take something away? I was
Right. And then
doing.
that's another fucking
Yeah,
thing. Saying like, oh well, you can look at things from how the game is coming out to determine how you can't. No, you
Yeah.
can't because the game that you're looking at there is not necessarily the game you're going to get when you get it.
that's true.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's like that's why when Chris said, "How the hell do I know what game I'm fucking playing before I actually fucking play it?" Right.
Yep.
Right, because only through playing the fucking game do you actually know what's there. Like you don't know. You can't trust fucking
Yeah.
reviewers. You can't trust GameStop employees. I mean, even look at you. You tried to tell the truth, but you told a fucking like watered down version of the truth. Oh, there's some glitches, and man, you might want to wait for a patch. The game was unplayable.
Mm,
Like
It's a little bit bigger than
It
glitches.
boogeyman.
was.
yeah.
Boogeyman.
It was unplayable. It wouldn't have got taken off of the PlayStation Store for sale if it wasn't unplayable. It was
Yeah, it was
unplayable.
terrible.
It's Cyberbug 2077,
Yeah,
folks.
but I
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was
understand why you
terrible.
did it. You had a job. You have to sell that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say. It's like you can't be like people can't be naive when it comes to this type of stuff. You can't just like it's like this cliche. It's like, oh well, stealing's wrong, so we just shouldn't do it. Of course, yes. But the thing is that like the mentality of thieves are people who just cross boundaries and they don't give a fuck about you and they're just going to do it. But the
Mm,
thing is that like those people, if they have that mindset, they're out to fuck you. They're going to fuck you. And that's it, right? But the people who want to support you, they're going to support you. They're not even going to pirate the game just to even look at it. They're already so these camps are already decided. The thing that's undecided are the people in the fucking middle, the people who want to purchase your game, but there is a barrier. Either there's a quality barrier, they're not convinced of the quality. That's your fault. They're not convinced of the price, that it's worth the price. Maybe they think the quality's good, but maybe there's just not enough content to justify the price. Again, that's your fault. These are all
Or
marketing
or
fucking
or
problems and convenience
or
problems that you have to answer to them so that you can convince them to give you their money.
or they can really fucking love it and just don't want to pay for it.
Well, that they're in that other camp. That's what I'm
Yeah.
talking about. They're
Yeah.
in that other camp. They don't want to pay for it. That's why I said that's already decided. Those people who are going to do that, they're already there.
Well, well, yes and no. It's like you have to make a decision. Like if you like a game and you have the option to pirate or buy it, it just depends on that person.
Right.
I put them in the middle too because they have to make a
Mm,
choice.
well,
You
the
have to
people,
make a
Oh, yeah.
choice.
hold on, but I'm saying the people who already made the choice, the people who make the choice to pirate your game have made that choice. That's what they're going to do. They're going to
Yeah.
pirate your game. So they're not in the middle. They're going to pirate your game.
Yeah.
Well,
That,
They've already decided.
well, I'm talking about the people who have the option. They know about pirating and they know about buying it. They see the option to pirate. They have to make a choice whether they're gonna do it or not. You
right.
know.
And I'm saying it's up to you to convince them not to do that.
Yeah. And if you have a good, if you
No,
have faith,
Of
I just
course
think
it
it's up
is.
to that
You have
person.
no, it's up to
It's,
you because you have to sell them on your product.
yeah.
It's
If
not
you
up
I
don't,
to
mean, my product is gonna be my product. Whether it's bad or good, but whether the person decides to buy it or not is on them.
no, you can't just make a
Because
product and
like I said,
avoid.
because they can love it. Like I said, they can love it, but they still have the option to buy it or pirate it. That person has to make that decision on which way they're gonna go.
Right. Well, what
You
if
know,
they love it, but it costs $5,000? That's
I
unjustifiable
mean,
for most people, right? Like I know I'm
yeah,
making an extreme argument, but I'm trying to make an extreme argument to make a point. Like the thing is that you have to, when you make a product, it could be good or bad. It doesn't really matter. You have to sell it to someone,
Wait a
because you
minute.
can't just make a product in the void and expect it to fucking succeed. It won't, because people don't know what it is, what it's about. You know, they don't know anything about it. You have to go and sell it to people. You have to advertise for it. You have to be
Well,
on it. You have to do that. And
well, my well, go ahead.
I'm saying, like, your ability to do that is what's going to, make the difference between your success and failure, not piracy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that is a factor, but it's
It's
just
the
some
major
people.
factor.
It's like I'm talking about once a person knows they know about the game, they know that they want it.
Mhm.
It depends on what means they want to get it by. You know,
Yeah,
they
they
have the
decided to
option
pirate.
once they know what the options are. Like, hey, am I going to support this
Yeah,
or
or
am
not,
I
and they
going?
decide to pirate, right? They're a
Yeah,
pirate.
it just depends on
Yeah,
that person
like
or
the, what
individual.
what you're talking about is ultimately incalculable. So you'd never know either way.
Yeah,
Like
Yeah, but
if you made
but I
something,
know it ain't big. I know the
yeah,
major
it's
reason is selling your game and the quality of your game,
yeah,
for a
because
fact.
if somebody likes it that much, they're gonna want it. No, they're gonna want to see more of it. That's just like the nature of the market. I don't buy something because I hope it dies. I, I buy it or I go see it because like, man, this was great. I hope that the Sonic movie, I saw it 3 times.
Puss in Boots.
Put
Look
some
at, I mean,
boots,
I
and it's
mean,
like, more, please. Can I have some more? How much
look,
do you want? I'll
we
give
don't
you
even
anything.
have to look at the gaming industry, but the gaming industry is where we have the most amount of knowledge in. But just look at the music industry with Napster and all of that. Why is it that, like, the music industry was, like, so against piracy, and they're making piracy to be out to be this big baddie? It was because they could not move with the times. The thing is that what people wanted at the time was the ability to be able to have media on the go, because MP3 players were becoming a thing, and they wanted to be able to carry not have a fucking whole fucking CD case of shit when they're carrying around. They wanted a convenient way to carry around the majority of the songs that they own, and like that they bought. They have the CDs right fucking there. But there's no way that, back then, that they could, unless they want to carry around their whole fucking collection, there was no way for them to actually listen to their music on the go,
Yeah.
unless they ripped those CDs and took the MP3 files off to put it on an MP3 player, which was illegal, and there was no remedy for that. There was no way to purchase it the right way. But regardless, it was wrong. When that shit got nipped in the bud, music piracy went down. But it
well,
still, at its height, wasn't damaging enough to Sony Music was like, oh my God, we're fucking dying. Help. None of these music conglomerates ever fucking died. It's
mm,
like piracy is not this fucking boogeyman.
I was about to
And
say,
yeah, go ahead.
I was about to say the hell. That's why Sony be striking everybody every time you put some little bit of music in the YouTube video every fucking 5 minutes. It didn't go away. Still there.
Yeah, it's like they're not hurting.
And
They're
musicians
fine.
aren't hurting.
And if
Musicians,
they are hurting, it's because of whatever contract they signed with that
yes,
artist for,
that
for whatever.
That's why that's why most of these artists do live tours and stuff anyway, because they make more money from their live
Yeah.
tours than actually selling a
So
disc.
so even the people buying their music because they like the artist, that money isn't even getting to the artist.
right. It's
It's
not.
like,
Just like when it's actually pretty similar with game development, unless you're buying an indie
Oh
project, and
yeah,
you
wait a minute, wait. Like with fucking Fallout. Remember,
yeah,
I think it was like New Vegas or something like that. They said, "Hey, you guys got to sell a certain amount of copies, otherwise, they're not giving you a bonus or whatever all this stuff is."
yeah. Look at that's what happened with Dead or Alive 4 with
yep,
Edagaki.
Edagaki. Yep.
yeah.
Yep, same
Yeah,
thing.
and we're all buying the game. We love Edagaki. Oh, take my money, Edagaki. And
And
they're
that
like,
nigga alone right now.
I'm trying to give him $60 and he get 5 of my
Yep.
60.
Uh huh.
So like, yeah,
Mm.
I'm glad. Like, if piracy decimates the industry to the point to where I can
I wish it
finally
was.
give
I
my
wish it
money
was stronger.
directly, yeah,
I wish
'cause
piracy was stronger. because it would get these people to fucking get their fucking act together. But it's just used as a fucking boogeyman to scare people into
Scapegoat.
into getting into their shitty economy. Like, oh well, you shouldn't do that because that's wrong. Well, I don't want to be wrong. I want to support the developers and blah blah bloopity blee. Yeah, get that mess out of here.
Yeah,
It's like that shit's not
developers
real.
already barely eating unless they're like an indie or like unless if they're not tied to some giant corporation. That's like the only way you're free, but you're also at the most vulnerable. Oh,
And
the
then
irony.
we're currently talking about current video games. So this is the most defensible point that the anti-piracy people, I guess I would say, have is, these are games, like these current games, they're trying to make a profit off of it. You're taking away potential profits from them, blah blah blah, right? But okay, what about all these old fucking games? What about, because this will become the new games. People have this like vision of time that's really like in the moment, just the present. That's all they consider. It's like new games will become old games. But look at old games today. If I want to go buy a copy of Tales of Destiny 2 on the PlayStation 1, where from Namco can I purchase that? There
Nowhere.
isn't one. There's
Nowhere.
nowhere, right? So I would have to go on. I already have a copy of it. It's sitting on my desk over there. But if I didn't, I would have to go purchase a copy off of eBay probably for like $230 something fucking dollars, right? I would have to go do that because those are the only copies that exist, and it's the only way to go play that fucking game. Game companies are not interested in preserving games that they can no longer make a profit from. I understand that, right? But the thing is that what makes those games available after that point? Piracy.
Like for example,
Piracy in the
physical
first
copy of
fucking
this.
place.
What is that?
I want a physical copy of that.
What is it?
Oh shit!
If I want a
Wild
physical copy of Wild
Arms?
Arms 2, I can't get it no more. I can get it
Hold on.
digitally. It might be changed.
Hold on.
Uh-oh.
What about this jump right here?
See, y'all talking about games at least that could be played in some form. I'm talking
Yep.
about a game you can't fucking play at all officially. That's just like where actually can you buy it? It doesn't fucking exist.
Yeah, it's long
You're right.
gone.
There are a bunch
Oh,
of
yeah.
those.
Yeah,
Quite
there's a
got 'em.
ton of them. I mean, let me look on my fucking shelf here. And let's see. All right. Is there a way to buy Bravely Default?
Oh, the first one? No.
Yeah, the first one.
No,
Yeah,
no,
I didn't
that's
think
it,
so.
that's it.
Yeah,
Each
I
I bought,
didn't
that's
think
it.
so.
Oh, we
That's
don't forget.
gone.
Yeah, 3DS games. Hold on, wait. Now, I can meet you on that one. Hold on, wait.
Wait, it's on the store. It's on some digital store somewhere.
No, man, no, the 3DS stores is gone, fam. You can't get this.
I
Shit
know,
no more.
I know. I know. I know it's gone. Yeah, I know.
What? Impossible.
Oh, what if you want to play Jet Set Radio Future?
Future.
Oh man,
Or you want to play?
Oh.
gone.
You want to
Completely
play
gone.
Sega Saturn, Panzer Dragon 2?
Oh yeah. See,
Yeah. See, Herbert, you know. Yeah,
Can't
where's
get-
my
can't
Jet Set
play
Radio?
this shit no more. Can't play
getting kinda-
Can't play that no more.
no.
Man, we're such gaming nerds. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's like
It's like the things that make those games playable today is because of
Oh,
pirates
man.
of the past.
You can't even play this. You can't play
Pirates of
versus
the
Pokemon
past
no more.
made those available.
You can't
Anarchy
play versus
Reigns
Pokemon no more.
gone. Where
Go. Get
where
it.
can you find this shit? Sega forgot this game exists right here. One of their
Sega-
best games
Sega
ever.
forgot a bunch of shit. They're like a old man. Don't know where his fucking the dick between his legs is.
Yep.
Like,
Half of these games folks never even heard of. He's like, where's Ridge Racer at? Namco won't sell it to you.
yep.
Yep. Gaming, no, dude. Piracy is the best thing that's ever happened to gaming.
Easily.
Yep.
So like, nah. It's too
And
many,
they
too
know
many,
that.
too many
These-
benefits.
The official companies, they know that. And the thing is that like most developers aren't gonna like walk. They're not gonna take that stance. Not because they're afraid that people are gonna come and pirate their game and that they're just gonna die. It's because they will be ostracized by the rest of their gaming compatriots. They're developing because they're gonna say, "You're crazy. You're crazy." And then that's it. That's it. Doesn't matter if you're right.
Yep.
Yeah, man. Well,
Oh, you ain't getting that shit no more. Nah, that shit gone, fam. That shit gone, Playboy. You ain't getting X-Men Academy. Fuck that. Yeah, you ain't
X-Men
even
Mutant
you ain't getting
Academy. I
X-Men
forgot that
Mission.
game existed. I forgot that game
You
existed.
ain't even
feel
able
Damn.
like
to mention my guy. It's over. Nope.
I feel like I had that game when I was younger.
Damn.
Oh,
What about y'all remember well, y'all probably don't remember. There was this game called Star Wars Jedi Academy.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Yeah,
Yep,
that was a cool
I
game,
heard of
man.
it.
the game is
I heard
tight.
Yeah.
of it.
A friend of mine had it on PC back in the day and played that and I was like, this is a fuck why don't they make more games like this? This is cool.
ooh, look what I found. X-Men Mutant Academy. But I am a good person. I am not
Oh
going to
my.
right click and download.
Hey, don't do that.
They gonna download.
Don't do
I
that.
I am better.
Phil Spencer somewhere starving because of you, man.
I am better.
Don't
Oh,
do
hold
that.
on.
Phil Fisk, go tell him what's wrong. Like what I came for a new Xbox. No, we'll go back and buy the old one then.
Nah, I'm better. Please do not download to my external hard drive. Please do not do this. Don't do this.
Only download games that I own.
Man, look, if there was some way, if these developers, not even developers, if these companies and all this stuff had some way, and I'll say this, I'll give Microsoft this, they're the closest company that have come to this of what I'm trying to say right here. If they had some way of being like, hey, look, if you just simply show us some fucking sort of fucking proof, like the what do you call it? The what do you call that shit? The fucking like scan code. You know how like on games there's like a
QR code.
yeah QR code or whatever, like whatever the shit's called that would be on the back of a box. If you just send us a picture of that shit, we will email you a fucking key that has that where you can download that fucking game for free, and then that's that.
Mm.
That would be sick.
That'd be fun.
Even though that still would not be that great because if I want to go play fucking Tales of Destiny 2 and I didn't have the fucking copy, I'd have to spend $201 billion. There
Yeah.
are still people who would do that because I bought Tales of Destiny 2 for fucking $90. So people would do that, right? But that would be infinitely better. And the best we got when it comes to something close to that is Microsoft's backwards compatibility program where they're
Yep.
like, okay, well, if you have these old Xbox and Xbox 360 games, as long as you put the disc in, we'll recognize that you have it, and then you can go like download a copy of that game, and it's an enhanced version of that game, enhanced frame rate. All we did was fuck with the frame rate and resolution.
Yeah.
It's like
Yep.
that's good, but even then, you're limited. Oh, well, I own a copy of Jet Set Radio Future. Can I play that? Oh no, sorry, you can't
Nope.
do that one though.
Due to licensing issues. Like, oh
Due to
well.
licensing issues and blah blah blah, can't do that.
Hey, but hey,
Oh.
it's there's plenty of ground we're willing to give. They just
Yeah,
have to build it, but they don't want to build it. They'd rather
yeah,
make you sign an even longer EULA
yeah.
for a demo.
Forgive me so for being Monkey D. Luffy, or not. I'm not even Monkey D. Luffy. I'm Monkey D. Luffy's advocate. I'm his lawyer. I'm not Monkey D. Luffy. I like as Josh has said many times. Well, this guy doesn't fucking actually do a lot of pirating.
Yeah, because like when he was first telling me
Yo,
about this, I was just like you, Herbert. When we were having this conversation years ago, and I was looking at him, I was like, all this fucking guy does is buy video games like Mass Effect, and he keeps telling me that piracy is okay, but he's not actually pirating. Maybe there's
oh, and
more.
this was before I had CD Projekt Red as an example, by the way. I just want to point that fucking out.
Mm.
This was before CD Projekt Red blew up. I had no example. I was just going based on theory. I was like, well, yeah, of course. I was like, because I've been around pirates for long enough. I know about the piracy scene. I know what this is. It doesn't. It can't. It's almost fucking impossible. Because the
Mm.
amount of knowledge you just have to be able to pirate is too great.
Yeah, 'cause most people don't even want to do it because it's like
It
learning
takes
another
too much fucking
language.
yeah, it takes
If
too much
I was
fucking
to
effort.
explain to you, Herbert, how to pirate, you'd be like, I'd rather buy this shit, man. I ain't about to download it. I gotta
Boy,
download these
and there's also
programs
a
and
risk
what's
associated with the
seeding.
shit. Can't just
What
download any fucking damn thing.
what does seeding mean? I don't know what that fucking means. Like,
It's like
what the
they
hell is
you
this
Shit,
gotta.
for?
let this, yeah,
And
let
then
this
I don't
shit stay
trust. And
on
then there's
like for
like
two damn
there's
days.
trust issues. Like people, I don't know. I never
Mm.
trust. I don't trust this site. I don't trust this. I don't. Hell, when I was trying to get Josh to just learn how to buy CD keys, he was fucking wobbling with
Yo,
his fucking.
Yeah, I was like,
no,
this can't be
no,
legal, man. Like, what
no.
you talking about? This game for $5
Yeah,
for
I was
key?
trying to explain to him how CD keys fucking work. He was like, "What?" Because he couldn't mind. He couldn't, that's what I'm saying. Everyone who's like this, they just don't believe it. They just, I say this, I can fucking show them. I can give them examples and proof. I can explain it all the fuck out. No, I'm wrong. Okay, what do you have? What makes you convinced of that?
Nothing.
Don't know. You don't have anything. Okay.
I
Like,
have
how
the
am I supposed
moral.
to even fucking be convinced?
Hell,
I
It's
it
have
like
was
a
only
you,
this
moral
man buy some off
stance.
Amazon.
dude, like I went to Josh. I was like, hey, dude, like you don't have to see, I'm gonna buy this game, but it kind of costs too much. And I was like, so this is me. I could have said you just go pirate the game, but no, I didn't do that, did I? I said, well, there's another legitimate way of buying it that would cost less. And he's like, well, how? I don't understand. Well, okay, there's these things called CD. There's like, well, there's this actual website called CD. This shit sucks now because mainstream people got into it and whatever.
Yeah.
But back in the day, it was really awesome. So essentially, there was this website called CD Key Prices, and it listed a bunch of sites that sold CD keys. And essentially, I was like, yeah, you just choose from here, and then like based on what site, because some sites like. Because there would be a different price. Like, well, why wouldn't I just choose the cheapest one? Because I was like, well, because sometimes the cheapest one is not the best thing because, like, sometimes like they don't have good customer support, they don't have this, that, and the other. But if you go to the top, they have things like reward programs where if you buy this key and if you buy a bunch of keys from them, they give you like a discount on your next key and stuff like that. I was like, it depends on the fucking
Mm.
site. Like you have to read what these sites offer and what they don't offer and blah 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 blah. Blah. But most of the time, you're not getting a refund. You
Got
know,
me.
so he's like, oh no. And I was like, I buy shit through this all the time. If there's something wrong goes wrong, I'll pay for it. Like it's five
Hey,
fucking dollars. Like
you
I'll
know
pay
what I
for
was?
it.
It was Street Fight. It was
Yeah,
Super Street
it
Fighter
was
4,
Super Street Fighter
and
4.
the
Yep.
whole time I was like, "This might be some type of virus buyer 3000 gonna hack my
Yeah, but it was just
computer."
a key. It
Hacker
was just
Hacker
a
Man 3000.
Yeah, and that's what
Yeah,
I'm saying. It's people's fears that like create all of this fucking just bullshit. It's just straight up, it's just bullshit. And I'm trying to tell you, like, I know what this is. And it's like, I don't know, man. Well, I know you don't know. That's what I'm telling you. It's but and it's like, well, I just don't understand how you could buy a game for cheaper than what's on the official site. I was like, because this official site makes it easy for you. You don't have to go and search and do all this stuff. They know that you have to go and do this. When a developer, look, oh my God, okay, look, a developer has a physical item that they have to print on a disk and do all that shit, right? You don't need a key for that because when you put the disk in your fucking hard drive, it just fucking works. Let's just leave it at that, okay? But for a digital item, it has DRM on it. Okay, digital rights management. And so to unlock that key, it needs a key. Or that lock, it needs a key. Okay, this is what a digital key is. Everyone gets digital keys. Okay, Steam gets digital keys. Wherever it's being sold, it's going to have digital keys. Okay, so they give some of those keys to Steam, okay, to sell, but not all of them. And these keys can be infinitely generated, but they give some of these to Steam. But maybe they're like, well, people aren't going to go to Steam all the time. you know Maybe all the features and stuff with Steam they don't really care about, they're going to get on some other site, and we don't really get any sales from that site like Uplay and stuff like that because people hate it. Well, maybe
yeah,
they would buy it if the price was lower, so we'll just sell some keys to like this site over here to fucking G2A or whatever. Hey, here's some keys, we'll sell you guys these keys. They buy the keys at a lower price, and then they're able to sell those keys at a lower price. So it's literally the developers giving CD keys to these places. They're buying CD keys from the developers so that they can make money, and then you buy that CD key.
and they
Now
get
you
all
can't
that money, like a
yes.
little
Now,
profit off of that CD key.
right. But now, of course, Steam isn't going to support you because they're like, well, you didn't buy that key directly from us. So if you want a refund, tough nuts, you better go talk to fucking G2A, right? Well, but okay, well that you pay you did pay a cheaper price. And Herbert, back in the day, this was the difference between buying a game that just came out that was $60 and you was buying that game day one for
Yeah.
$30.
Yep, he ain't lying. I did it plenty of times.
Yep.
Okay.
And
Yep.
that's why it was like, yeah, PC gaming is the shit, but like people just don't listen to you. That's the worst. People just don't believe you or listen to. And then when they finally do, they ruin everything because they're not really. They still haven't listened to you. They want things to be how they move to PC, but they want it to be like a console. As soon as they encounter one problem, it's like, or as soon as well, Josh, how you were, but you're not like that now. But like you would have never went to a CD key place because I don't know, it's not official.
Yeah, because
You
like
would
on my own, I would just been like, look, this is a realm of uncertainty, and I am just not
have,
willing to risk it. I feel like I'm
yeah,
gonna fuck up, and I just would have never went. If Cross
yep,
didn't say that shit to me, and if he didn't like fucking hold my hand through that whole process, including learning how to build a PC, mind you, if he hadn't done
Yeah.
that, I'd still be playing on a fucking Xbox One, Series X or some shit. I'd probably like, man, Xbox Live ain't that bad. You know who I'd sound like? I ain't gonna say his name, but you know
Man,
who I'd sound like.
no, if you say it, so if you
Hey,
say
that's where I would be. Thank you, Tevin.
well, and that's why I'm so fucking bitter because you try to tell people this shit, and then it's like people just treat you like you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, and that you're like you're speaking fucking Chinese and black magic, and then when fucking 10 years pass and they're repeating the same shit you're saying, you get mad. You're like, fuck you, first of all. Secondly, like, then you still don't want it to be like that. You're still actually moving towards the console direction, which is I have no rights and they control everything I do and everything costs $1 billion. It's like,
Windows
dude,
11.
bro, like, you are a human being, man. You should fight for your fucking rights. Like, you should do. Yeah. So shut up.
PC burns my asshole. I hate
Yes.
PC.
I'm glad you hate
we
PC,
got
That's
you a
Herbert.
better
good.
PC, man.
Even though I'm on PC now with a camera and mouse and keyboard and online and streaming and doing everything that a console can't do.
Well, we're all a little hypocritical, aren't we?
Yeah, we
Yeah, I
are.
own a Nintendo Switch. Yeah.
Yeah. Boy,
Look,
that's I mean, we got and more, but do we need and more?
But we
no,
might have. Hey, we might have to do another day, man, because
Yeah.
we've been streaming.
yep,
Yeah.
for
We're
real,
getting
for real.
two and a half hours, so.
Yeah.